Hey, Doug here today, and I want to talk to you about Donald Trump. And I'm not going to say all negatives or all positives about him. I'm going to tell you what I think is the truth about him, okay? Donald Trump is one of those people that is just overly obnoxious. I'm sorry to say, he's overly obnoxious. That's what turned me off during the 2020 election. And just kept his mouth shut, he would have had a chance, in my opinion. Do I think he was cheated? I could go either way with that one. I don't know. There's not enough evidence to say yes or no. But now we got a guy that's in there that has the charisma of a wet sponge, aka has zero charisma. Let's just say that. Donald Trump is a bit racist. I'm gonna say it. He's racist. And he's a xenophobe. He treats women deplorably. He thinks he can get away with things because he's rich. I'm sorry to say, I don't care that he's rich. Just don't use it as an influence to get out of your troubles. Right now, it's biting him in the butt. But there's one thing I will say. And this is about... Initially, he was okay on the COVID response. Absolutely. But he should not have doubted Fauci. He should have stuck with Fauci. I'm going to say that. And I'm going to say this also. Joe Biden hasn't done any better. At least under Trump, we didn't have inflation over 2%. Yes, under Trump, our economy went into the tank. But this is the big but that people seem to forget. COVID was the cause of that, not Donald Trump. This would have happened no matter who was president. I will say that. So, if you're blaming the economy on Trump, I'm sorry. That's one thing that I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on. However, has my pay gone up? Yes. Under Biden, yes. But the inflation has gone up more than the pay has. So, that's something I'm going to give Trump his credit for. I don't really care what people think on that. Do I think he was overly harsh on immigrants? Oh yeah, very much so. But he obviously could have handled that better. He could have been like, okay, if your name is not in our system as a legal immigrant, we're going to send you back. And I always feel bad for the children of those people, because they put those children in a position that they don't deserve to be in. Okay? And the murder that's been happening at the border, Here's one thing that Trump did that I'm going to give him credit for again. He let Border Patrol do their job. That's something Biden is not doing. Or Biden needs to let these people do their job. Their job is to send anybody who's sneaking over the border back, whether it's by force of a gunshot or by just saying you didn't sign the proper paperwork, you go back. Okay? Those are the ways. Unfortunately, when it comes to the cartels, just send them back. And let Mexico deal with them in their jails. Another thing about Trump that people get wrong is, has he ever done anything good for a person? There are a couple of instances where he did something good for a person or people, and like paying off that man one of his workers' mortgages. That's the sign of something decent. Yeah, few and far between. And there's other things. But he is a pretty deplorable human being. Like, he only wants to help the rich for the most part. Did he help the middle class some? Yeah, a little bit. But he helped the rich more, because those are his people. And trickle-down economics has never worked. I think we need a third party, unfortunately, because Donald Trump is too much of a hothead, and Joe Biden is not capable of doing the job. Who would we go with? I'd say Kennedy. And you might think I'm crazy, but I think Kennedy's got the best vision for America that we could have right now. Even though he's a little bit Looney Tunes in some areas, but he understands what America needs. He doesn't like hiding things from Americans. He's never been a womanizer, unlike his father and uncle. I'll say this, though. His conspiracy theories are a little bit, where I'm going to say he's a little bit of a Looney Tunes. But I have done some things, and by the way, looking at polls, and I know polls don't mean a hill of beans right now. In some states, Joe Biden comes third. Yes, behind Kennedy. In some states. If that's the case, then we're going to get another term of President Trump, who I think is actually ever so slightly better than Biden. But his rationale is not as good as Biden. But as a president, he was slightly better than Biden. And Kennedy would be so much better a president than either one of them. So what I think of Trump is He's below average as a president, but he's a deplorable person. But he was not bad with the economy. I can't blame him for COVID. I can't blame him for the shutdowns. I can't blame him for any of that. That is on the states. Let's just say that. And have a good night, and God bless.